Well, it's been quite a while since I talked about the Nintendo Switch 2. Probably about a month? But let's take a look again at what is all going on with the Nintendo Switch 2. Let's see if any of these features and everything that have been confirmed and a couple of leaks. And we're going to have another video about some of the leaks and whatnot because it's actually a little crazy. But make sure to let me know what you guys think of what's going on with the Nintendo Switch 2, what you guys are hoping for the Nintendo Switch 2, because that's basically what we're going to be doing today. Let's go over this trailer one more time and more in-depthfully. We're going to make it nice, quick, simple, and easy, because there's some things about this, right, that are very obvious things. Like, obviously we're gonna have a bigger screen, obviously we're gonna have a different design, we're gonna have what looks like HDMI capability through just the screen itself, so we probably won't need to have the dock. Who knows we have a stand on the screen now without having to buy a stand. We have bigger Joy-Cons, obviously, and they connect just by like clicking them onto the sides. It's more so a sleek black design with color splashes in there. It looks like they still do the whole disconnect and you use them as, you know, controllers of their own. So you probably will still be able to use your GameCube controller along with the Joy-Cons as a way to have multiple, like, you know, multiple people in. So each Joy-Con can count as one player. Obviously, I never talked about it, but we see that we are clearly getting what seems like a new Mario Kart game. So that, of course, is nice to know. Pretty cool in my book. And it's coming out 2025. But this is the thing that I've seen a lot of people have a little bit of an issue with, a little bit of fear with. Plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games. Nintendo Switch 2 plays both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported on or fully compatible with the Nintendo Switch 2. And when it comes to that, that's a very easy thing to kind of omit as a fear. Simply because I feel like what they truly mean by that is that the third-party Nintendo Switch games are probably going to be the ones that they are more open to letting and leaving out. Because I feel like there's no way in hell that they're not going to have the Smash Bros, the Mario Odyssey, both of the Breath of the Wild games, the main first-party Nintendo exclusive ass games. They are not going to have those games not be compatible with the Nintendo Switch 2. I feel like that makes no sense at all. Of course, unless they plan on making a Nintendo Switch 2 version of those games, which, I mean, I guess that could be the case, but it also doesn't make sense to just completely piss off the people who have already bought the product once. But they have done that before, because they have a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that is for the Nintendo Switch, but they have the regular Nintendo Wii U variation of it without Deluxe attached to the name. So that is possibly one of the only things that I can really see as a potential concern when it comes to which games are going to be exclusive to the Nintendo Switch. But ultimately, I feel like everything that most people play are probably going to for sure be on. But like like the fucking like Maddens and stuff like that happens to be on the Nintendo Switch. I don't even know if Madden is even on the Nintendo Switch. But those types of games are probably not going to be backwards compatible. But we also have an apparent leakity weekity that in docked mode, the Nintendo Switch 2 will be able to output at 4K at 30 frames per second. Now, I gotta be completely honest with you guys. I am not a person that truly even understands that, even in the slightest. Because visually, whenever anybody shows me a 4K image and like a whatever's underneath it image, like video, like gameplay of the two, I usually am not really all that keen on being able to tell the difference. It's never been that big of a deal to me, as well as people complaining about 30 frames per second versus 60 frames per second versus completely unlocked frames per second. I am not a person that is able to like comprehend that, I guess. Maybe it's because the screens that I have doesn't allow me to. Who knows? I'm not 100% sure, but that isn't really that big of a deal for me. Apparently, also, the Nintendo Switch 2's Joy-Cons will be able to double as a mouse. Not 100% sure what that even means. But that's one of the apparent leaks that's coming out. But other than that, I mean, ultimately, I am very excited for things for the Nintendo Switch. I hope that you're able to customize the UI of the like the home screen and everything, because that would be pretty cool. Because that's one thing that a lot of people was very about, because it on the Nintendo Switch, it seemed like you were eventually going to be able to customize your home screen and everything, because they have a small selection of options, but then that never happened. Personally, not a thing that I'm too worried about, but the whole 4K thing, everything looking prettier and yada yada, I don't think really necessarily even affects Nintendo games, in all honesty, because I feel like Nintendo has it down to a fucking art that they can make their games, their first party games, I'll say, even if it's not the like 4K variation, if they still look and can rival against 4K type things because of its art style, and because of just Nintendo being Nintendo. Maybe it's just me being a Nintendo drone. Who the fuck knows? I do love Nintendo. It is one of my favorite like game console companies and everything, but it doesn't feel like they necessarily need to up their graphic fidelity, because people don't get a Nintendo Switch in order to play like Call of Duty on it. You know, you don't get a Nintendo Switch to play like Street Fighter. You don't get a Nintendo Switch to play games that are like that. You get a Nintendo Switch, you get a Nintendo console to play their very Nintendo stylized games. And I feel like I think they got that and understand that completely. So, as far as this console being a massive leap in power, I don't think that that's going to be the case. I think that their main focus with this console seems to be add a little bit of extra power, give a larger screen, essentially, kind of, sort of, to an extent, be a bit of a rival to the Steam Deck without actually being a rival to the Steam Deck, because they're not focused completely on power. But supplying a console that's able to, I guess, show Nintendo games in a better light. I don't know. I'm now that I've talked it out a little bit, I actually don't really know what their goal is with the Nintendo Switch 2. Which makes me more excited about what the fuck is going to be going on with the I think it's April 2nd, 2025 Nintendo Direct that they're planning on having. I'm looking forward big time to what the fuck they plan on, like how they're going to market this. I'm very curious. But let me know what you guys think. Because it's besides having a little bit of a power boost, bigger screen, and a stand, and being able to use your Nintendo Switch without having to have the dock itself, this seems a bit, slightly unnecessary. It's still exciting, not gonna lie, and I'm still gonna buy it. Especially since there are going to be Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games, as they've already said. Smash Bros, maybe. I am a little curious how they're gonna market this. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment room where you guys are in Supremo. And that's all that I got for you. Daddy Zebra the best on YouTube, signing the fuck off. Have yourselves a nice rest of your day and a nice juicy chickadee goddamn